WWE will return to live touring on July the 16th with fans in attendance on a regular basis for the first time since the coronavirus pandemic forced the company to stage shows in empty arenas in March 2020. Even with booking falls and the weather delay, there's no delaying having a live crowd made a huge difference at WrestleMania 37 in April, so it'll be nice to hear legitimate fans' crowds instead of pipes in Thunderdome noise is a huge understatement. However, WWE want to make every effort to ensure that fans remain enthused for Raw, SmackDown and the pay-per-views. Let's break down some ways that the company can keep the returning WWE universe happy. The quality of in-ring content. One of the most obvious answers to this that often somehow gets overlooked is the matches need to be good. As much as WWE tries to present itself as an all-purpose media juggernaut and shied away from its roots, the second W in its name still stands for wrestling. Fans go to pro wrestling shows expecting all the punditry and spectacle to be supplemental to the fights. If it's a show that has virtually no in-ring action or matches that are subpar, the audience feels cheated. Normally turns an audience off more than bad material. If a match is boring, the fans will start booing or even entertain themselves by paying attention to something else. The last thing WWE needs is to give the returning crowd bad matches and hear the disapproval of the product. Number 2 is gripping storylines with entertaining characters. Half of the in-ring equation is the athleticism and the manoeuvres that the wrestlers perform. The other half is the psychology and the story being told within the match. A bout can rarely reach an entirely new level when the audience is properly invested in who wins. WWE needs to ensure storylines matches are better than they've been for the past 2 years, so fans aren't so silent for big moves. If someone is stuck in a headlock, the crowd needs to care about them breaking out of it and cheer them on. It doesn't seem though as WWE have invested much effort into this as of late, with feuds being stretched out for months without any twists or turns in the storylines. They're simply copy and paste rematches. The latter half of Stone Cold Steve Austin's career was mostly kicks and punches, but WWE Universe always invests in his matches because he had an interesting character and right storylines. Fans weren't allowed for Rock vs Hulk Hogan in the video above because they thought it was going to be the best match ever. They were reacting purely because of the star power involved, which only comes from the great characters and interesting feuds. And number 3 is engagement. Boos and cheers can help dictate the flow of a match if the wrestlers can properly read the audience and make adjustments, but if they choose not to listen, the crowd might as well not even be there. Thankfully, there are ways to remind live fans that are part of the programme, not just distance when they're sitting at home. The New Day are amazing at this, prompting crowds to chant along who and repeat catchphrases like New Day rocks. Any heel can get easy heat by insulting the fans or local sports team, triggering them for a specific response. The more engaged with the crowd the wrestler is, the more energetic the fans will be. WWE needs heels to cut promos that will garner genuine boos and give babyface moments when people will want to stand up and cheer. Number 4 is keep the fans on their toes with surprises. If there are great matches that are with amazing moves, intriguing storylines and crowd interactivity, the cherry is on the top when the audience is taken by surprise. Look at how many examples in the video above revolve around WWE Universe simply being surprised about something like a return or a title change. WWE can't book hollow shocks at the expense of telling a coherent story though. The trick is to have a legitimately stunning moment that still makes sense in the context of the story. Unpredictability is a great tool to wake up a sleeping audience, but it's also important to remember that if a surprise is a bad one, the momentary pop will quickly be displaced with expressions of disapproval. For example, John Cena's return as the final entrant in the 2008 Royal Rumble was one of the most shocking moments ever, and the roof came off Madison Square Gardens. A few moments later though, the audience was back to being frustrated as the company's golden boy was about to win the match. Number 5, ditch the safety net excuses and listen. Ever since John Cena started getting equal boos to cheers, WWE has been spitting out the idea it doesn't matter if they boo, cheer or make any noise. However, this is nothing but a self-comforting excuse. This is how WWE tells itself to a dismissive crowd is going along with the show rather than hating what it sees. What the fans will doing is expressing their disapproval in the hopes that the company will listen. Once WWE shows it will not budge, the crowd reaches the point where it can't yell any louder, so fans just stop showing up. That is why the ratings have fallen so much. WWE has to earn back the trust of the fans and attendance and prove that their voices matter. Okay guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, put me your thoughts, comments down below. Follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily F1 news, and subscribe to my channel on the screen right now. That would be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.